Before today's video, I just want to say real quick that this might look familiar, and it's because it is. I am currently working on a really big video. It's going to be a long video about me playing through every game in a specific series. I don't want to spoil it just yet. And with that being said, I won't be able to upload or work on different videos as much because I really want to focus all my attention on this specific video. So in the meantime, to fill the gaps, I'm going to be uploading small segments from my I Played Every Nickelodeon Game and I Played Every Cartoon Network Game videos as their own separate videos. This will only be a thing for a few weeks while I work on this big ass video. Enjoy the video. Thank you for watching. Released in 2002, the same year as Rugrats Royale.
With cheese, Mr. Squidward, with cheese.
You see, I used to play this game so much as a child, and wanting to replay it as an adult was kind of the inspiration for this entire video. The game's presentation is fantastic, with the menu being laid over the shore shack and a chill surf rock instrumental playing over the menu.
Rocket power!
Now, the story for the show is basically just 4 friends living by the beach while having fun, surfing, skateboarding, rollerblading, all things I don't do. And that was it. The game's story, on the other hand, and prepare yourself for this one, revolves around the first weeks of summer break, and the Rocket Power Gang is ready to spend it at the beach doing what surfers do, surfing, baby. But they notice that all the sand has been taken from the beach. They start doing some investigating and find out this mysterious new company, Golem Industries, might be keeping some darker secrets behind their walls. Before we continue talking about the story in further detail, let's surf into the gameplay. Surf. Get it? They fucking surf. The gameplay itself is pretty basic. The game mixes a small open world adventure with platforming elements, but it doesn't stop there. You're free to skateboard or rollerblade almost any time. And did I say rollerblade? You can choose from any of the 4 characters with the exception of character specific levels throughout the story mode. When in the hub world, you're usually just going around talking to people and being given missions, like skating around and collecting X amount of objects, or finding enough silver coins to play one of the game's mini games that is required to play before you get through the story mode. It's a pizza! There's skating challenges, bumper cars, shooting galleries, there's races. Connect the line. The controls themselves are honestly smooth, and I'm even impressed with how well the skateboarding and rollerblading control. The actual doing tricks while skating, it feels a bit rough and dated, but it's responsive enough that you're able to look past it and still have a good time doing these fucking tricks. The starfish, bitch. Can you do the starfish, Steve-O? The animation quality isn't the worst either. Sure, the characters have one expression, and that's animatronic, but their mouths always sync up with what they say to each other. The voice acting is also pretty good. Like, I can't say for sure if it's like the cast from the show reprising their roles here, but everyone sounds like their cartoon counterpart. The game is funny at times, and even though there's tons of dialogue, I found myself rarely ever skipping the cutscenes, which you can't really do. You can skip dialogue, and it just kind of leads to this awkward silence between characters, which there's one that's fucking hilarious. The music is honestly pretty fucking great. Each level has like its own little theme that comes with variations on it as you play throughout the level. When you're in the forest and that country song plays, I can't help but get up and do a little ditty, a little 1-2 skidoo. You know what I'm saying? And then like as you keep playing and progress further, it starts adding instruments and this fucking groovy ass fucking country bass, and I start doing the 1-2 buckle my shoe. Wow. Back to the story though. The kids find out there's something fishy going on at the local lakes. Fish, get it? Fishy lakes. Something's fishy going in the... And they go investigate. And of course, just like the sand from the beaches, someone has been stealing the water from the lakes. So you run through the mountains going from area to area, collecting wood to build a bridge, following a tube of water through a jungle that repeats itself if you take the wrong path, going down a zip line and potentially causing irreparable damage to your child's school. Eventually you play as Twister, the cameraman of the group, and you're tasked with running through some offices and taking some damning photo evidence to show the police and take down Golem Industries. We destroy the factory, taking the water, and now we're free to explore the lakes. You take control as Reggie on this jet ski and you explore the lakes. After some more platforming that controls nicely, by the way. Like, real quick side note, the platforming in this game is above average. The jumping always feels nice and kind of floaty, but it floaty in a good way, and you get plenty of air, and the levels themselves have decent layouts with alternate paths to take to find hidden gold coins that unlock extras in the menu or the multiplayer. You can unlock new characters, blah blah blah, with the gold coins. We get back onto the jet ski and explore this weird base with a bunch of buttons to find and push in order to blow it up. Shortly after destroying the base, Golem sends a giant fucking robot shark and try to kill Reggie. And I mean, it's pretty much the easiest boss fight in the whole motherfucking game. With the lakes back to normal, we head on back to Ocean Shores to find 15 more coins, and we're introduced to probably the worst character in the game.
Maybe that'll get our sand back. Man, I have got to go surfing.
Oh, I doubt that will happen. Bye-bye!
Eric fucking Golem. Son of a adult Golem. Is that his name? I don't think they ever say his name. I'm gonna call him Daddy Golem from now on. See, Daddy, look at that fucking gold tooth. That man, Mary Rich is all I'm saying. We head off to Wishing Waters, a water park where the stolen sand and water are being taken. We explore the water park to find the hidden entrance, and once inside, we find ourselves in a robot factory, building ourselves a robot body. We're introduced to the next big baddie here, Cyrus, the artificial intelligence.
If you will not join us, you will be deactivated.
We take control of the robot and go through some rigorous training with a robot sergeant, and honestly, this is part of the game that kind of sucks. The robot is very slow, and unlike the regular characters, jumping feels clunky, and you often miss the jumps you have to take. And it's also funny just how extensive the robot training is, because the actual mission that you go on with the robot is like the most boring, slow-paced walk across a very, very long hallway. I mean, like, it's the most walking simulator thing ever. After all this, we get to start the boss fight against Cyrus, and it's actually decent. There's 28 microchips, and you're meant to skateboard around and destroy them while avoiding these skating robots with swords. And sure, it drags a bit towards the end when you're looking for those last few out of sight chips, but overall, it's a fun boss fight. We're once again tasked with taking more pictures to use against Golem Industries, so Rocket Power can use it in Rocket Power Court, and we destroy their undercover robot base. Once back to Ocean Shores, we collect 15 coins again, and this time we find out that Ocean Shores is on the verge of shutting down, including that fast food place that Otto and Reggie's dad owns. Anyway, we find out Mondo Mountain is the home base to all of Golem Industries. I don't know I don't remember how they call it, and I'm too lazy to look it up. I'm gonna call it Golem Industries. So we head out to take them down once and for all. We race down this mountain to be told about the very obvious secret entrance. The actual character animations, especially during this part, they remain hilariously terrible. I mean, just look at what has to be one of my favorite parts in the fucking game.
Oh no!
I don't wanna be alive.
So yeah, we explore Mondo Mountain, and honestly, for being the last level, it kinda sucks. I mean, it starts off strong. The actual mountain and the volcano climbing parts are fun with some decent platforming and even more great music. Once we get into the actual factory, like, the level design becomes shit. There's this long stretch where we're going through these dark vents, and honestly, it goes on for so long, and the layout itself can be pretty confusing, which leads to a bunch of unintentional backtracking. Also, unlike the previous levels that all felt like they went in with a specific theme and had some interesting level designs and the way things look, this level doesn't even have that. It's just long stretched out hallways that have buttons that open up even more long hallways, and at one point you open up this fucking ninja room that you fight ninja robots in. Where the fuck did that come from? We're in vents. We're in vents trying to get into the robot factories. Why is there a ninja factory in vents? What? We have another run around and take pictures level, except this time it's on rails and it's really fucking slow and boring. Sweet baby race. Fuck Mondo Mountain. All my homies hate Mondo Mountain. So after this, we finally face off against Daddy Golem, and honestly, it kind of sucks he isn't in the game more, because he appears about once per level to threaten us with some kind of weapon or attack. But in my opinion, he's a really cool villain who should have gotten more screen time. He's got charisma, confidence, and we finally face off against him. The game kind of takes a dark turn, and it's kind of sick for a fucking Nickelodeon license game.
My machine! Oh! I have to release the pressure, quickly! Safety valves are fused! The pressure! It can't take it! What? Surprise!
We kill Daddy Golem and head back to Ocean Shores, where Eric Golem is getting ready to kill everyone in the town by drowning them in a tsunami. fucking excuse me? Where are your parents, kid? I mean, obviously I just killed your dad. Anyway, the real final battle starts, and it's a series of races between each of the Rocket Power kids and Eric, and this sucks. Oh my god, the fight against Daddy Golem was honestly pretty good, and it's followed up by these 4 races that drag on for so long. After these really underwhelming races, the game ends with us stopping the tsunami, and it turns out Eric is gonna be in trouble when his real dad finds out. But what has he been up to? I'm sorry, Rogers. You telling me this kid's building this robotic ass fucking empire behind his dad's back? What kind of doofenshmirtz evil incorporated nonsense is this? Yeah, they fucking do the boogity wiggly wiggly.